The MCU rarely fails to deliver thrills and laughter, however it isn't always fun and games. Over the years we've gotten to know a whole cast of lovable characters, but we've also sadly lost many along the way. With MCU phases 5 and 6 coming up, we're bound to lose some more. Without further ado, here are 10 Avengers most likely to die in the Multiverse Saga. Starting the list swinging in at number 10, we have Spider-Man. We've seen several actors undertake the role of playing our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, some arguably better than others. Nonetheless, this web-slinging hero has always been a staple in the Marvel superhero roster. Whether he's your favorite or not, you have to admit that Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man and Peter Parker has taken the character to new heights, no pun intended. Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies are the most successful yet, and this rise in popularity is showing no signs of slowing down. The MCU likely won't be killing our beloved Spidey off anytime soon. Tony Stark was the MCU's unofficial main character, and Spidey was essentially his protege. Ever since we lost Robert Downey Jr.'s iconic portrayal of Iron Man, Spider-Man has taken his place as his spiritual successor, setting Spider-Man up to be the next main character in the MCU. So we highly doubt they'd kill off their new main character so soon, unless of course they were going to get Game of Thrones writer George R.R. Martin to write the next Avengers movie, which we highly doubt. But with the introduction of the multiverse and Miles Morales, the alternate reality Spider-Man, it wouldn't be impossible to see Peter Parker replaced by the new web-slinger sometime in the future. The Tom Holland Spider-Man movie trilogy did come to an end with Spider-Man No Way Home. The Avengers will soon be facing off against one of their toughest opponents to date, Kang the Conqueror, so it's safe to say no one is really safe. Next up at number 9, we have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was a lesser-known Marvel hero prior to his introduction to the MCU, but that hasn't stopped him from becoming a fan favorite. Doctor Strange is a tragic character with a story that is really easy to sympathize with. Beyond being a genius, Doctor Strange is an epic spellcaster with abilities that allowed him to even bend the fabrics of time and space. Everyone loves a good interdimensional Time Lord. We were shown the importance of Doctor Strange's abilities throughout the Endgame saga, going so far as predicting the future to help defeat Thanos. With the MCU's latest saga focusing on the multiverse and interdimensional travel, Doctor Strange's powers are more vital than ever before. That being said, it'd be a massive twist to see Doctor Strange killed off at the moment when he is needed the most, but then again, when we take the example of Tony Stark, we see that having an important role in the Avengers isn't exactly enough to keep you alive in the increasingly perilous MCU. Next on our list at number 8, we have Captain America. In the final Endgame film, we see our beloved Captain America, the original Avenger, take a step back from the superhero life. After having saved the universe countless times and reflecting on what was important to him, he decided to end his long-running career as America's final line of defense. But the legacy of the Captain is far from over, as we see Sam Wilson take Steve Rogers' place. Before picking up the Captain's shield, Sam Wilson went by Falcon, fighting side by side with Rogers. Falcon has been around in the MCU, but he only just became Captain America. It'd be a very dastardly move by the directors to make us go through losing Captain America again. However, it'd be the perfect unexpected heart-wrencher for us viewers. Next up for number 7, we have Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is another fan favorite, bearing the name of the entire franchise herself. Captain Marvel is still relatively new, but she still has distinguished herself among the other Avengers due to her immense power. She can zoom through space and receive immense amounts of damage without a scratch. Captain Marvel is a force to be reckoned with, which puts her in Kang the Conqueror's crosshairs. It'd only make sense that she'd be on the top of Kang's hit list. None of the Avengers are safe, but Captain Marvel will really have to watch her back. For number 6, we have War Machine. We often see War Machine as Iron Man's sidekick and best friend, but don't forget that he is a hero in his own right. War Machine has consistently proven himself to be just as resilient as any of his fellow Avengers. However, many original Avengers members are no longer with us. We've seen War Machine on screen for almost a decade now. It's also been hinted at that actor Don Cheadle is nearing the conclusion of his contract with Marvel. It'd only make sense given how long it's been. Seeing that Iron Man himself lost his life to save the world, their imminent clash with Kang the Conqueror means things may not be looking too good for our armored hero. Smashing in at number 5, we have the Hulk. Here, we have another example of a well-seasoned Avenger. Hulk's first appearance in the MCU was nearly 15 years ago, back in 2008's The Incredible Hulk. The Hulk we know and love today, however, didn't exist until Mark Ruffalo took over the role in the original Avengers film in 2012. Either way, the Hulk has been around for a while. Aside from this, rumors have been floating around indicating that the MCU will adapt parts of the comic book World War Hulk. We're sorry to tell all of you Hulk fans out there this, but the World War Hulk comic ends in Hulk's tragic defeat. Don't get too sad though, these are just rumors, and this storyline may not be picked up in the MCU. Coming in at number 4, we have Hawkeye. You all saw this one coming. Hawkeye often gets overlooked for his apparent lack of abilities. While other Avengers can leap over buildings and control time, Hawkeye has good accuracy. It's surprising that Hawkeye has made it this far, but his survival only speaks to his hardcore skill and resilience. However, we've often seen Hawkeye's character, Clint Barton's, growing distaste towards the superhero lifestyle. In his recent Disney Plus series, we even saw him making preparations for someone else to take his place in the Avengers. After so long, it'd only make sense for us to prepare to say goodbye to our favorite superhero Archer. Swooping in at number 3, we have Thor. This one may come as a surprise to you, seeing that Thor is a god and everything. However, Thor is one of the few original Avengers still left on the team, and he's recently taken a more casual role. Thor has arguably suffered the most out of all the Avengers, so it's nice to see him take a more comedic position in the MCU. Thor may have gotten too comfortable though, because Kang the Conqueror possesses godlike strength as well, posing Thor with a worthy opponent. In Thor: Love and Thunder, we're introduced to Thor's ex-girlfriend, who, to his surprise, is able to wield Thor's hammer, the only person other than Captain America to ever do this. It seems like we as an audience are being eased into Thor's inevitable replacement within the MCU. Zooming in at number 2, we have Rocket Raccoon. We've all come to love Rocket as the wisecracking raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Despite his small size, Rocket's held his own against the Avengers' countless encounters with planet-destroying enemies. In fact, he uses his size to his advantage, and along with his quick wit, he's proven to be an important member of the team. However, the central plot of the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is rumored to heavily revolve around the lovable space raccoon. We have yet to lose a main member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and a main team death seems long overdue. We just hope that's not the case given how it affects Star-Lord, considering everything he's already been through. The main villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is rumored to be no other than the despicable High Evolutionary, a supervillain who experiments with animals, creating mutant hybrids to do his bidding. Given the fact that Rocket is a raccoon, it's reasonable to guess that Rocket could fall prey to one of the High Evolutionary's sickening experiments. Finally, taking our number 1 place, we have Ant-Man. Ant-Man is number 1 on our list for one reason: we know what he is about to face. We have seen Ant-Man survive some of the toughest battles to date. We even saw him narrowly escaping Thanos with his life. However, our size-changing fan favorite may finally be in over his head. Ant-Man's next movie will be the final in his trilogy, Ant-Man Quantumania. This movie will be the cinematic introduction of Kang the Conqueror, who is essentially replacing Thanos as the main supervillain and threat to humanity. This means Ant-Man will be the first Avenger to face off against this new threat. Ant-Man may die in the battle against Kang in order to illustrate the threat Kang poses to the rest of the Avengers. Even if he survives, he most likely will take some major damage. Either way, the future is not looking too bright for Ant-Man. That's a wrap for this video, my friends. Who do you think the first Avenger to die in MCU Phase 5 will be? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.